Alright, here we are. A brand spanking new program with just a package declaration and an import of the FMT and strings packages. Now, let's write a new main function. So we go with the func keyword, then main, and immediately we give it a set of parens. Now, the main function's a bit special, in quite a few ways actually, but for us here, it gets called automatically, and it doesn't take any input parameters, nor for that matter does it return any values. So its signature is super simple. Oh, and of course, we give it curly braces so that any code that we want it to execute gets stuck in between those. Now then, just for demo purposes, right, let's implement a quick mod of the title case example we just looked at in the slides. So we'll declare and initialize a couple of variables up here. And then let's print them out to the terminal, but after we've modified them through a function. So this time, we're naming our function converter and we're passing it copies of the two variables that we just declared. So, if we come down here and define a new function, converter, and we need to tell it that it's receiving two strings. That's these, yeah? And also, we want it to return two strings. Then we'll use a couple of functions from the strings package here to modify our text. So change the contents of module to title case and the contents of author to be in caps. And we'll return those two. Okay, so from the top, we're defining two string variables in lowercase, passing them to a new function called converter. We're telling the converter function to accept two strings as arguments and to return two strings to the caller. Then within the custom function, we're changing the case of the two variables passed in, one into title case and the other into uppercase, and returning the modified strings to println, which dutifully prints them out to the terminal. Fingers crossed that it works then. Okay, great. Now, a couple of quick things. When we call our function, we're passing in copies of the module and author variables here. But in the function signature, if we want to, we can assign them different names. So let's say just S1 and S2. And all we need to know here is the order in which they were passed. So S1 is going to get assigned the value from module and S2 the value from author. Then if we change these two lines here and the return to, okay, now then, if we want to, up here, we can give the return values different names again. Now, I'm not saying that we should do this. To me, it's messy, right? And we're just asking for confusion. I mean, what? We're passing them in called module and author, referencing them within the function as S1 and S2, and then referencing the returns as str1 and str2. Not very clean and readable, in my opinion. But we're just demoing here, right? We're showing that it can be done. Or at least we think it can be done. Let's give it a save and go and try it out. Okay, well, it is still working. Well, next up, let's see how we write functions when we've got absolutely no idea how many parameters are going to get passed in.